So, let's talk New Light, John Mayer. Right? I'm probably not the first one to do it, and I probably won't be the last. But I have to tell you, I think it's a great song. I think it's a very, very clever song. I think it's some very, very good lyrics. It's some very clever lyrics. I think he has done really well with the collab he's done with the people to make the single. It sounds great. It's great with the keyboard 80s kind of vibe. And I also think that the chord progression is very, very clever. I think he's done a great job of taking something that is fairly simple chord progression that, something that you might even, you know from a million other songs, but he's just produced it, they've produced it in a different way, so it gives that really, really cool vibe. I mean, the chords are, what we would call campfire chords. You got an acoustic guitar and that one guy's going to go, hey, I can play Wonderwall for you. It's almost like that sort of, it's that. The chords are A minor, to a D, to a G. This is very, this is very kind of down to nitty gritty of it. To C, and then it goes one of those, a G with the B in the bass. And if you play like this, it is very much like somebody sitting at a campfire, playing some chords, singing a song. Right, and I really like that. I think that's very, very clever. I think it's very clever. And that's the verse and the chorus. Those are the same chords. Of course, it's played probably. You put. You'll put in a G major 7 and a C major 7. And then you get to the middle 8 before the solo comes in, and you got this. Wherever it's played, I haven't checked that out sort of completely. No, this is just me kind of going, I've listened to the song, I think it's a very clever song, I just want you to kind of hear my opinion on it, and I can show you the chords, how I kind of see it. So anyway, so the middle 8 is a G, with this underneath, so. To C, with the same thing underneath. There goes an E minor with the same thing underneath. And then to D with the same thing. And then the solo kicks in. Which is just getting a simple solo. It's which I think he'll probably play with his fingers, so it gets that sort of soft, round kind of belly tone, bell tone. So I would kind of play with the what do you call it, the ball of the finger, so you get that sort of soft. So that's a solo. It's pretty simple. I think that the difficult bit about playing that solo is to get that really nice tone and vibe, that feel. The feel of it, sort of the vibrato of it, that's a feel solo. That's definitely a feel solo, and also melody. Everybody can sing along. So it's very, in that way, it works really well. So perfect. 10 out of 10 for that one. And then you get this sort of turnaround chord that goes back to the chorus, which is also quite clever. So the bass will go, and sort of, as far as I can hear it, you know, I might be wrong, who knows. It's like an E minor, and it's like a D with the F sharp, and then it's like an E with the G sharp, and then it's like maybe like an one of these. So like a B in the bass, back to that sort of G over B, and then your back's like a. Something like that, you know. And I like this bit. Or maybe it's up here. You know, it's just really clever. It's really, really clever, really simple, really clever. So that's it. Then, what I thought I was going to do is, I've got a loop station on the floor here as RC3, and I've got this little Sugar Drive, which does. You know, I'm running on the two of the front and the middle pickup. You could go just to the back and the middle, but I think that might be too. That's not the right tone completely. Anyway, you can play around with that, see what you think. You know, nothing is wrong. You want to play it like you do, you know, then absolutely, that's great. Make it yours. That's really cool. So if we want to break the song down to make a loop out of it, what I'm hearing is sort of 3-4 parts maybe to the song. One of them is the bass, so I'm going to just be the bass player now, and that's like one of those. I'm not going to play the B on this one. I'm just going to loop around on the A, the D, the G and the C, and then you can just noodle around as much as you want. If you keep, when you're doing a loop, if you do it shorter, because if you do a long loop, it's difficult to hold a time for a long period of time unless you keep the tempo the same. If you do a long loop, you know, it's really difficult. You might lose tempo, you might gain tempo. So if you could keep it just to like 1 or 2, you know, rounds of it, then it's easy for you to, when you click back in, that you are back on the 1. So that's one bit. And then there's this little bit that goes like, it's like a little repeating pattern that comes in the beginning. It's like slam, like that Prince kind of drum, because that's kind of that's like 1, 2, Prince, Prince. That's what I call it, that sort of Prince Lindrum or whatever. It's like a clap and something together. But there's this little sort of little thing that goes. I mean, I'll sort of pick it down. I used using these Jazz 3 picks here, Ultex, and I'll use the soft side. He uses a different pick. I think he uses a Tortex green one or yellow one of those. So you get a little bit of a softer pick. I'll just pick it really soft. So that's underneath it. So what I'm doing there, I'm kind of adding the chord, which is kind of it's the third element or the second element if you want, and then the picking becomes the third or whatever. That's up to you how you want to put 1, 2, 3 elements on top of each other. So I'll probably play the bass together with the chords. So you go like to the D, and then to the, and then to one of these. So when you got those two together, so on and so forth. I mean, I layer it up, bass first, and then the chord, and then I put that on. Right, and then you got the picking bit, which is and that kind of evolves to like a so the A and the G, so it just follows those two down. So let's see if we can do this loop. So I'll start with the bass. At the chord on top. So there we got that bit. That's going. And we want the on the top. So we got that. Might put the pickup down there. Yeah. Can I get a solo on it? And so on and so forth. If you want to solo on that loop, it's a G major scale. So or wherever you find it. And so on and so forth. So or it's your E minor pentatonic. So you can play like. You can play a bit of the old pentatonic there on a turnaround if you're a bit naughty. so there you are, basically. That's the song. That's the loop with the Boss RC3 loop station, which is cool. And I can save that loop in there. I can write it in. Boom. So I've got it. And then I can take it out and put it in my computer, and then I can play over it again and again. The Sugar Drive is really cool. Just adds that little sparkle with the 56 custom shop strat into the Fender Hot Rod Deluxe version 4. I like the song. I like it. New light. It's good. It's you know, it's it's really well put together. It's really well written. It's really cleverly put together in the fact that, you know, I could teach my kid go. You know, it's one of those things that you learn first when you start. So, and it works well on an acoustic guitar. And there you go. That's if you write a really good song, and you know, it is drizzled with all of these lovely elements, and it sounds great. And that little solo. It's so tasteful, and yeah, I like it. So anyway, there we are. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much to everyone who has subscribed to my channel the last couple of weeks. It's been really cool to see the numbers have gone up, and the likes have gone up, and the views have gone up, and I really appreciate that. And thank you very much to Lee again for lending me this corner of the Anderson's room to do these little videos for you, where I just sort of ramble on about things. So let me know if there's any other videos I can do for you, and hit that bell, because I think that's the notification thing. And please hit the like button, because I would like to get some of my own cameras at some point, so I maybe can do some more stuff. So if you don't mind, that's why I monetize these. Save a bit of money up, buy a camera, save a bit of money up, buy a camera, maybe save a bit of money up so I can do my own EP at some point, which I really, really want, but it takes time and it costs money. I know some of you have asked, and I would really like to do it, but it's, you know, I need a bit of capital, a little bit of time to do it. So I really appreciate you guys helping out here, watching the videos, skipping that commercial after the 4 seconds, and giving a thumb up. Thank you very much again, everyone. And I will see you next time, either on this channel or on Anderson's channel, or maybe someplace else. Who knows? I might turn up in a video near you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.